The glass walls of Orion Tech's headquarters in Seattle reflected a company built on precision, innovation, and trust. For years, one man had quietly held its core systems together. Ethan Cole, a single father and senior systems engineer. Ethan wasn't flashy. He didn't attend corporate parties or chase promotions. Every evening, he left exactly at 6 p.m. to pick up his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, from daycare. But inside the company, everyone knew one thing. If something broke, Ethan fixed it. He had built Orion's central operating system almost from scratch, an intricate network that controlled logistics, client data, and real-time analytics. It wasn't just software, it was the backbone of the company. Then came the change. A new CEO, Richard Lawson, stepped in with bold ideas and a sharper focus on modernization. Within weeks, he announced a restructuring plan. "We need top-tier experts," Richard declared in a board meeting. "Fresh minds. Cutting-edge thinking. We can't rely on outdated methods." Ethan's name was on the list. Despite years of loyalty, he was called into a short meeting. No appreciation speech. No acknowledgement of his work. "We're moving in a different direction," Richard said flatly. "We're bringing in specialists from leading firms." Ethan nodded quietly. Understood. And just like that, he was gone. At home, Ethan sat at the kitchen table, helping Lily with her homework as if nothing had changed. He didn't complain. He didn't explain much either. "Are you okay, Dad?" Lily asked softly. Ethan smiled. "Yeah, just a new chapter." Meanwhile, Orion Tech transformed rapidly. A team of highly paid consultants and engineers replaced the old guard. They redesigned parts of the system, implemented new frameworks, and introduced automation layers meant to improve efficiency. On paper, everything looked perfect. For 30 days. On the 31st day, everything collapsed. It started with a minor delay in data processing. Then came system lags. Within hours, the entire network began to fail. Client transactions froze. Logistics systems shut down. Real-time analytics went dark. Panic spread across the office. "What's happening?" Richard demanded. "We're not sure," one of the new experts admitted. "The system architecture is more complex than expected. They tried everything: patches, rollbacks, emergency protocols. Nothing worked. Because what they didn't understand was this. Ethan hadn't just built the system. He had understood it. Every line of code, every workaround, every hidden dependency, it all lived in his mind. By the second day of failure, Orion Tech was losing millions. Richard stood in the war room, staring at screens filled with errors. For the first time, doubt crept into his voice. "Call him." There was silence. "Call Ethan Cole." Ethan was at home when the call came. Lily was drawing beside him. "Mr. Cole," the voice said nervously, We need your help." Ethan paused. "Why?" he asked calmly. "The system is down. Completely. No one can fix it." He looked at Lily, who watched him with quiet curiosity. "Will you help them?" she asked. Ethan exhaled slowly. "Yeah. We don't let people fall if we can catch them." The next morning, Ethan walked back into Orion Tech. No badge. No title. Just purpose. The same people who had replaced him now stood aside, watching as he approached the central console. He didn't rush. He didn't criticize. He simply started working. Hours passed. He traced the problem through layers of code, identifying a chain. Data flowed again. Systems reconnected. The company breathed. A quiet wave of relief swept through the room. Richard stepped forward, his voice no longer authoritative, but humbled. "I made a mistake," he admitted. "I valued credentials over understanding. Speed over loyalty." Ethan didn't respond immediately. "I don't need an apology," he said finally. "Just remember, systems aren't just built by knowledge. They're built by people who care enough to understand them." Richard nodded. "Come back. Name your position. Your salary, anything." Ethan looked down at his hands, then back at the screens. "I'll help you stabilize everything," he said. "But after that, I think I'll build something of my own." That evening, Ethan picked up Lily again. "So, did you fix it?" she asked with a grin. Ethan smiled. "Yeah. Are you going back to work there?" He shook his head gently. "No. I think it's time we build our own future." Lily hugged him tightly. And as they walked away, Ethan realized something important. Sometimes losing your job isn't the end. Sometimes, it's the moment you finally understand your worth. And somewhere in Seattle, a company learned the hard way that true expertise isn't just hired. It's earned.